This is Key of W, and I'm playing Islands of Insight. I just warped over here to Verdant Glen to just play some levels. Just get some more puzzles. Really, this kind of aimless wandering today as I find more things to do. Clear out this area. Actually, how are we doing in this area? I've got a few. In particular, the types of puzzles like Sightseers that I want to like clear out because they're harder to find. Glide rings, there's several. I should be able to find them. That kind of stuff. Complete the pattern. Well, it looks like we just have like elbows here. Easy. No 3 in a row. Okay. Hold on. No 4 in a row of dark cells, but light cells have no 3 in a row. That's what we're looking at. But we do connect all dark cells. So we've got to watch out for that. That's got to come through. That's got to come through. We're coming through this way, at least. Oh. Alright. Was there another one? Yeah, over here. Those can't connect to each other, and we just can't have dominoes. That's got to be blocked. That can't be, and then there's... I think the 5s are going to have to be... Yeah, this is just the pattern we're going to be stuck with. There might be a glide ring up there, we'll see. Wait, what's this? This is a very weird looking leitmotif. Cool. That's another leitmotif from here. So let's say today in Verdant Glen, my main mission is to see if I can find at least one glide ring. There's just so few that load in. Complete the pattern. Is it just this? It is just that. Now, supposedly this mod added an item that helps you find puzzles you have... Oh, come on, it's moving. Helps you find puzzles you haven't found yet. But... Oh dear, when do I... But... I haven't found those items yet, because apparently I haven't solved enough puzzles to... I don't care about that ring. I'm just not doing that. That's just a pain in the butt. Okay, I don't see glide rings here, but we can look around. I saw... Ah, there's a Wandering Echo. Those are also good puzzles to sort of clear out. Puzzles that's like, I'm not the most excited to do them. They're okay. There you are. They're not the most exciting puzzles in the world. They're okay to do, but I don't want to like leave them. I want to get... The more of them I do now, the less of them I have to do later, sort of thing. This is a trap. They all have to be broken. I think that's just a move. It has to be done immediately. This is a move. That's a move. That's a move. And then there we go. Match 3. There's so many match 3s in this area. It's ridiculous. You know what? Let's do a maze. I always walk by these because I'm treating them like obstacles rather than puzzles I can do. And this one is more of a labyrinth than a maze. You just find the one and only path through it. Doesn't look like there's a lot of dead-end work here. Oh, I just have to figure out where the walls are in this bitrate crusher. Okay, so what was my mission? Oh yeah, glide rings. Let's see if there's any over here. Generally, they're up high. I want to be looking at high spaces. Oh. Oops, meant to do that. That's going to overload. That's going to overload. This could connect. This will overload. That has to move up at least one space. which does mean the 6 loads here. Overload, 8 is complete there. So I think the 9 is going to be all the remaining spaces. Alright, is there glide rings on top of these buildings here? That is a very large matchbox square. That, I think, just needs to be broken immediately. So does this. I believe it... Yeah, it looks like this, and we have it complete. So it doesn't look like there's any glide rings here. Or if there are, they're not super obvious where they are. Okay, here's one that looks like it'll be more annoying than it should be. Actually, no, that's fine. Oh, wow, I gotta go fast. There we go. Do I have to go up there? What's happening? Oh, it's coming down. Okay, we'll take that. It's kind of annoying. Can I see through those? No, so I gotta get an angle that sees probably all of them. Oh, this is gonna be difficult to find the angle that sees all of those. It feels like I've got to be on this side of it. No. How am I gonna see all of this? Is it gonna be just really far away like here? Can I get closer? Yes. Awesome. That's the spot. Yes. Day 100 and there are still no glide rings. Yeah, there's only 16 in this entire area. In the entirety of Verdant Glen. Ah, there's one. Okay. We will consider this a success. If only because today I found at least one. If I find the other 2, I mean, there's 4 loaded in today. One of them I'd already done, apparently. Okay. One of them's already complete, so now 2 of them are complete. That leaves 2 remaining. If I find the other 2, that's very nice. Oh, and sightseers, because there's not a lot of sightseers in this world. That is going to be just down here looking at this spot. Is it from this one? Yeah. Okay. Well, these probably are all going to connect. All 3s, I think we want to break the purples as 3s. There's going to be a 4 break somewhere of these. So, don't want to break this yet. I think... What if we break it here and lose immediately? This doesn't seem like a wise move at all. This is totally an unwise move. Here is going to lose it for us. That is a loss. I did that one already. Oops, that's the same. No? No? No. Is there any other thing? We really need something else happening. Oops, that's not what I want. This is close, but these pieces are in the wrong spot. Hold on. If I get a green piece here, I can swap them. But I gotta break 4. That's not gonna do it. I would need to get rid of this. This seems like the most obvious thing to do. There's really no way, yeah, to get this to happen. We just have the one that's left. There's no moves here that work. So what is a move that I can do that I haven't tried yet? That's one. Certainly doesn't do anything right. This is bad because we were separated. This just ends up not working. Because we don't have a way to break 4 at once here. Now if I do it this move first, I don't really have a way to break 4 at once here either. No, hold on. I don't have a way to get those over. Right? So this doesn't work because now these are all the way over here. Breaking 4 at once here is bad. This is the topmost move I can make. This doesn't seem to do much. I do think I need to get a piece down so I can move it over. The only way to do that, it looks like, is this move. Then there's no way to, like, get this to happen. There's a piece left over. So... this doesn't do it. No, it does. That does it. There we go. Wow. I feel like that was an easy puzzle that I just did not understand. Let's see. More glide rings? No, I got this guy, though. What are you doing? Just going back to the same spot? Alright. Tricky. I just saw the ring over here, so I was going to go for it. Oh, come on. I kept trying to click on that. Thank you. And we're done. Let's see about glide rings here. Doesn't look like there's any up on top of those. I'll give it a couple more minutes in this area, then move to a different area because I don't want to spend the whole day in here. Seems like this move is a no-brainer. But I want to do that first. Then I want to do this move. Then I want to instantly lose. So how about that move, and then we go. There we go. That one baited me twice. I'm not doing a sightseer that's inside a maze. That is not happening. Ah, there's a glide ring over there. Cool, we're going to get 2 of these done today. don't appreciate not being able to see where the rings are because of the tree. This is really, really annoying in a way that is not fun. So, like, can you tell what I'm looking at? Because I can't. Like, where? Oh, that is really annoying. Like, this is really irritating. It's like, you know what? The difficulty is no longer the movement, but it's the interface. You can't see what you're looking at. That's not good puzzle design. I don't want to move this at all. Let's start with here. Solved. You thought you could trick me, but alas, you were the tricked. Now, where is your friend? We'll see. Don't make that. Okay, can't do that. Can't do that either. So, can't have this. Can't have that either. Is this going to be just a matter of checkerboard? I think this is just going to be a matter of checkerboard everywhere. Yeah. Yep, another puzzle that's all about finding some weird pattern. Don't like them. I don't know where the other thing is. How about you? Are you complete already? No. Cool, everyone's favorite. So I need to somehow get these pieces into the center together. Okay. 6 flow orbs. Seems like the bottom place is great to or top is great to start with. Ah, there's the green piece. Cool. So I need to get an angle that sees green and red. Probably is going to be from on top of here. Anyway, I was going to move on. I found 2 glide rings out of 3. So that's a good work for me. Is there a way to sort of like get this so that it's less stuff? Gosh, I don't. What direction does the mouse move to get rid of these? That. So that looks like it, but obviously I can't even be close to it. Dark cells are connected. Great. Dark cells are connected. And area numbers is all I got to worry about aside from that. Let's just do it this way so I have room for all of this. Okay, let's figure out what I'd be doing here. Okay. Setting it up. These have to happen. Like, maybe? Yeah. That's it. Symmetry? Yep. How about we grab some of these bad boys on the top of the wall? I'm going to grab some easy ones in our lost grid area, just so I can get through them quick. Cool. Connect all dark cells. So one of these is white and one of these is black, so we don't know which one it's going to be. So how much do we have? I have like a 3x3 here and a 4x4 there. And a 2x2. So 3, 4, and 2 together is going to make 9. 11. By 3, 3, and 3 is 9 here. Actually, hold on. 9 by 9 squared there. That's 81. Plus 4 plus 20. There's 101 squares here. Okay, so 45 plus 44 is 89. So all of these. So I'm going to assume then that these are going to be your light squares, and this is going to be your dark squares. Right? Hold on, let's... 34, 43, no, 38, 42. That's a problem. That's a problem. No, I think this still has to be dark. Right, what if this is the dark zone? But then these would both have to be light, and we'd have to cut it off somehow. Oh, hold on, this is how you do it. Cool. That's an interesting one. Sort of tricks you into attempting some poor choices. Okay. These have to be blocked. So we're gonna bring this up. That's gonna be blocked. That's gonna be blocked. Excellent. Where do we go from here? This actually is complete, which means that's blocked. That's got to go this way. Let's... Alright. That's going to finish off this bit. And as for the rest... There we are. Just grab an easy one so I can do them quick. Those can't connect. Just area numbers, no other tricks. Okay. I think... I don't know which direction exactly that's going to go. This 10 has to escape here, so yeah, the 11 will go out like so. There we are. 9 has to go at least that far. There we go. That's the 10. That's the 10. These 4s won't connect to each other. What if I make this the smallest possible? No. How do I do that? I was just guessing on all this. Shouldn't do that. How do I make this work? Well, if this 4 moves up, this 4 can't move up that far. If this were black, we'd be in trouble. So that is a light cell. But then this has to be a dark cell. It's a light cell. This 4 must move up. Like so. There. No. Okay, they gotta be rectangles. Area 4, so these straight lines or... So if this is a dark cell, we're in trouble, so that's a light cell. If this is a dark cell, we're in trouble, so that is also a light cell. These have to all be light cells. That now has to be a dark cell, which means this is how you do it here. That's gotta be a dark cell, probably. Not necessarily. That's a light cell. This can't be a dark cell. These could all be dark cells? I don't know. If this is a dark cell, then we have to have this. Yep. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9? No. That definitely has to connect. All numbers are off by 1. Doggone it. At least this far. This has to be 8. One of these has to be a light cell, so it has to go all the way down here. And it could be this, or it could be... No, it has to be this one. Like it says nice, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this has to see a light cell. Uh-huh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's got to be another light cell in here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has to be a light cell. What happens if I try not to connect to here? We're in trouble. So this does connect here. What if... No. 9. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I gotta do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Weird puzzle. Let's grab a couple more. Maybe? 31. That's got to be a light cell for sure. 5. That has to be a dark cell now. This could make it. In fact, this is the only thing that can make it. So the A, the B... Well, A can't connect to the B at all. So the A, in fact, is going to go around. Yeah. Weird. Hey, a pattern grid. What? Complete the pattern. It looks like... Ooh, no, this one has... it's like mirror image. This pattern is the same as that one. So in what way... How would I make that happen over here, though? Do I have to make sure that all cells connect? I guess what I have to make sure is that... What? Is that there's no single, like, white and black cells connect? But this is really a terrible way to tell you that. Alright, let's teleport somewhere else, do a different puzzle. Let's teleport to... Let's go up here and grab some of our Lucent Waters randomized puzzles, right? The Lucent set. There's an underclued set, and there's, I forget, I think it's called the Ascension set. This is very important to know. It will be on the test. Tiles remaining. Well, if this was a dark cell, we would force all of that, which ain't going to happen, so this has to be a light cell. If this is a light cell, we would be in trouble. So that's a dark cell, which means those are all light. Those... Okay. 38 tiles remaining. Exactly one symbol per light area. Okay. What am I supposed to do with this? No squares of dark. So at least one of these. Like, what if that... Is there any way... Let's say that has to be the light cell. Then... there has to be a light cell in here. One of these two. And it would have to be at least this one. So... There's no way. So let's try it being this direction, which would mean one of these two's got to be light cell, which is fine. Like this. In fact, I think that's the only way, because if we do this here, we have the same issue. So I think this is all required. Now here, it's fine. What about this? No. In fact, I have to make sure that one of these two is a light cell, or at least somewhere in here is a light cell. The only way to get that to happen is this. And then there's got to be something here. So I think the 4 has got to go like this. Right? No. I've got to put something in there. What if this is it? I have to do this. Those have to be dark. And then now... There? Yeah, that's that. I wish that was just a puzzle to solve rather than an underclued grid, because it had an interesting premise. Tiles remaining, 10. Well, if this was a tile, we would be forced to bring those down. Hold on, I think the idea is that we have to block these. Yeah, because it's lines. Underclued. Connect all light cells. Exactly one symbol per dark area. Exactly one symbol per light area. So I think we're doing this kind of thing. Right? We got, if we block off... But then all of these would have to be dark, right? This would solve the puzzle. But there's more. What if this was also... No. This also solves it? Connect all light cells, so these both have to be dark. Is there a way to separate these in a different means? Well, what can the 7 reach? Can't reach that, so none of those. But it does have to block... I don't see why it isn't just this. But then it would... Connect all light cells means those have to be dark, because otherwise no. One symbol per dark area, one symbol per light area. So these have to connect... What other solution would there be aside from this? This? So I think we have... Because we're not going to have it this way. So I think... I think in all solutions, B is over here. I don't think there's any way outside of that. I think all solutions, those are... Okay, I guess. I hate that puzzle. 13 tiles remaining. What? Well, if we set this up, that's not going to work. So this can't be a square. Can this be a line? No. That means it can't be a line down here. So can it be a T? No. I think we're looking at one of these. Yeah. No knights moves away. I think we're looking at that, but I'm going to use foresight because I don't like these puzzles. Yep. So if this... Yeah, I guess the knights moves are here. Which means those... Oh, they're not colored. Alright, what should it be? Look at this tile. Right. Knights moves here and there. Fine. Dislike. Here, let's grab this one. Cool, a real puzzle. One symbol per light area. No squares and connect all dark cells. Okay. That's got to be a dark cell then. That has to be dark. No squares. Connecting dark cells. No squares. Great. This is a dark cell. We're kind of forcing ourselves up here. If this were a dark cell, we would be in trouble. So this is in fact a light cell. Now if this is a dark cell, we're still fine. This is a dark cell, we're still fine. Now the 4... Let's see here. Somebody's got to get down here, so it's got to be the white cell. It's got to connect to this 5 somehow. Like this, I believe. And then the 4 has to go down this way, which means that our 5 is in fact there. Nope. All numbers are off by 1. Yay! It's actually not my favorite rule ever. It just kind of annoys me. This has to come at least that far. 7 does have to come out. Hold on. All numbers are off by 1. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I remember now. You can connect the 7 and the 9. So this could be a dark cell or a light cell. It would work just fine. This can be a 4. Yeah. Alright, let's start looking at some other puzzles. Just various day-to-day generic Uncle Sam puzzles. There is a box here and a box there. I bet if I really had swag strats, I could see them both. Alright, just area numbers, nothing else happening in here. We'll see. That's gotta be 1. That's gotta be 1. Let's say this is how we're gonna do this. Okay. Where's this one want to go? Other side of the building, so we're going to need to get some kind of crazy long distance so we can see the 2 boxes. 7 flow orbs. This seems like a really long-winded way to get to where I'm going. Yeah, let's try that again. What if I started here and did the other stuff last? Hold on. Oh. There we gotta grab these. Oh. There. I'll take it. No dominoes, but we don't want squares. So those will all be set. Let's see. No square is going to force us to do things here. And connect all light cells. We've seen this rule before. Cool. Let me now run... Oh, no, it's going to go to a different area, but I want to do this puzzle. We don't want squares of any kind, and we want to connect all colors. So no squares is going to force all of these to be here. We don't want checkerboards either. So now these have to come through. We're going to have to come through this way and this way. Neat. Is there a sightseer I can do? Maybe I can grab one of these. That looks like it's on the other side, right? Looks like it's over here. Yeah, like we're looking at this section. Yeah. Another one, why not? That is definitely on top of this guy. Looking through the arch. Cool. Solved. Connect all dark cells. Those can't connect to each other. That can't connect. Those can't connect to each other. And we don't want squares. Okay, we don't want squares. It's going to force us here. We do have to bring this down because we're going to bring it up one more time. No squares just does require a white cell there, which requires us to bring that up. Quite a few arches today. No squares, dark regions of area 5. So this can't be it. It looks like that is our forced thing here. No squares does in fact force some moves here and there. Cool. There. This is what we're talking about when I say making a mistake. There it is. Let's head through some Autumn Falls areas. How about this morphic fractal over here, since that's everyone's favorite type of puzzle. We need to move this. I'm sure. I actually kind of like when those solve themselves like that, because those puzzles aren't fun to do. Exactly one symbol per light and per dark area. Like, what if we do that? Hey, glide rings. That one's nice and simple. Making my way toward the Congruency set, because might as well. It's another one of those random puzzle sets I want to clear out. And it's down here. Here's a little phasic dial. Oh, another glide rings. Alright, let's clear this. Let's get... I gotta do that. So now... the blue is off, so we gotta... Oh, that worked out in my favor. Here we go. Connect dark cells, one symbol per light area. No two light areas have the same shape and size. Okay, well that's our dominoes, so that has to come out at least once. That's now our elbow. So if we want to connect all the dark cells, we can just make that a T shape. Dark areas have the same shape and size. So that way we can do it, and this way we can do it. Dark areas, same shape and size. They have region size 4. So since this has to connect in here somewhere, this cannot be a dark cell. This also can't be, because then how would we connect those? There's no way to make this the O shape, so there's going to be a T shape. So the question is what direction we're going to do the T shape. No. T shape. That way. One symbol per light area. Connect dark cells. Don't make squares. No two light areas have same shape and size. So we have tetrominoes. We already have our Z or S tetromino. This is our I. So now this could be the T or the L. Either way. Nah, this has to be one. T or L, not sure which one. And then where do we have T or L, T or L? The O could be here. No, we gotta get something like this and get our O. And now we got it. Okay, we gotta make rectangles. One symbol per dark area. No two dark areas have same shape and size. So we can't be doing that stuff. Like this is a thing we can do. Actually, look at this one up here. No matter what we do, we have to move up or down at least one space. In fact, we have to move up or down only one. So we can do this here. On this one, we could make it all the way down, and then here... This is up. But here we have the same issue. 3. This would work. Yeah. 4s, no two light areas have same shape and size. This is an overload point. This is an overload point. So we gotta have our tetrominoes here. This tetromino can't connect with any of the others, so I think our O is there. I think our I is here. So Z or T there. Oh no, now we can't have that. Okay, so what if... Because this can't connect to here under any circumstances. So that's our Z, which makes this... That's our I. O, T, L. Neat. One symbol per dark area, none of them have the same shape and size. So here's our tetrominoes, here's our just regular. This one's got to be the elbow piece. This one's got to... Wait, hold on. This is our... Okay. Z... I... O... T. Cool. Easy. All dark areas have the same shape and size. Okay. No two dark areas have same shape and size, and they all have to be rectangles. So there's our singles. So we can't have singles anywhere. That means this is a 2x2 or a 2x1. I don't know. This is at least a 2x1. This is at least 2x1. So we have a 2x1 and a 3x1 here. So this does have to be a 2x2. This one cannot be too much more than that. What if this is... I don't know what we're doing there. How do I get these out? Hold on. If this is here, we're forced to make some... I could do... I can't. Alright, let's back this up. We know this has to go on. We know that this cannot be... Well, let's just get rid of those spots here. This, if we had this going on, that's probably not a good idea. So what if that's our 2x3? What do I do here? Under any circumstances, can't make it a 2x2. This can be... That can be there. Okay, I think this is where the pattern goes. Dark areas have same shape and size. Alright, well then this can't be a straight line. It's got to be an elbow. Like this. That can't be right. What if it's... like this? Got it. Well done to me. Let's get the green done, and then let's figure out how we get the red. I think it'll just eventually get there, yeah. What if I go get some Myopia arrows to finish off this video? I'd have to not be distracted. I want to get there very quickly. Wish there was a slightly faster way to go about this, but this'll do. Swag. There's a lot of puzzles that look really fun, but I'm not going to do them. I'm going to do this one here. Alright. Alrighty. Cool. Solve this a bit. These have to be dark cells for sure. That's going to finish this off. Now those all have to be dark cells. That's got to be dark cells. That's got to be dark cells. Done. Let's see. What are we missing there? Here. Done. Okay. That means we have to go back this direction. That's going to be dark cells. We have to connect all dark cells. Oh, hold on, just this one here. Okay. Does it matter here? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Don't make a snake pattern, but we want to connect all dark cells. That's going to be like this. Connect dark and light cells. Awesome. Dark and light. That means, well, we can do that if we want. No checkerboards, though. We have to be sure of that. That means we have to have the dark cell here. And there. Gotta be in here somewhere, so at least there. Let's see. This would make a checkerboard, so these actually have to be white cells here. Which means that's got to be a white cell. These are all white cells. No checkerboard can happen here. The white has to go all the way around, and we're good. Connect light cells and one symbol per dark area. Cool. That's got to be that. Not too bad. Oops, wrong color. Just fill in what I know. No 4 in a row. Connect all dark cells. No 4 in a row of any kind. Dark cells connect. No 4 in a row. That means this has to be a dark cell. Huh. I guess, yeah, we have to do that. Which means we have that. No 4 in a row of any kind. Yeah. I think we have to come through this way. Thought that would make itself a lot easier. Okay. More arrows. Dark regions have area 5. All right. That's forced. This can't be the one because there wasn't a spot for it there. So there's a 5er, which means this has to be a dark cell, and so does that. These have to now connect to each other. Whichever one of these is dark, it will connect all the way back over here and up there. These all have to be dark. So does that. This can connect if we'd like. Hold on. It has to be here. This has to be the one there. Could do this. We could also do that. I'm not totally sure yet. We have to set these up. That can't connect, so we are, in fact, bringing this up. Okay, neat. Last one for the rest of our lives. 18, huh? Don't make 4 in a row, huh? How about 10? I see. So there's not much space I have to do things in. There. Awesome. That clears out some more of those sets. That'll be all for me today. Is that all? Just thinking, is there a big set? No, there's not. I think I'm going to stop here. That was fun for me. Hopefully it was fun for you. But if it wasn't fun for you, doesn't matter, because it was fun for me. I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.